What is up? Welcome to the Bi Friend Podcast, where you have just gained a bisexual friend. Good job. Welcome to the show. My name is Charles Rome. And again, this is the Bi Friend Podcast. Hey, I'm talking about most things bi. Going through life, trying to figure some shit out. And hey, I'm going to talk about it every step of the way. But this episode is called, Where Do I Belong? After starting this journey, I wasn't sure where to go. Left, right, up, down. I didn't know. I still kind of don't know. But what I do know is I'm making moves. Life's changing. I'm learning a lot about myself. But this episode is more, hey, where do I belong? You know, because being bisexual is a really wild thing. It's not just being gay. It's not being lesbian. You're like a little mix of everything. And it's weird. It's wild. And it's just me. There's nothing I can do about it. After I finish all of these episodes, guess what? I'm still going to be the same person that you knew before this podcast and even way before this podcast. I'm the same son of a bitch. And honestly, I still have questions. One of the big ones is, where do I belong? Absolutely. Life is crazy. It's a game. We all just have to work through it. Nothing to it but to do it. And listen, I'm talking about where I belong. First of all, I belong to myself. Numero uno, baby. All about me. If you're not living life all about yourself, then who in the hell are you living life for? Do it for yourself. Fuck these people. Everybody's got something to say. But you belong to yourself first. That's where you start. You can't go out and be somebody else's rock. You can't go out and be somebody else's rock for yourself. When you're just a pebble for yourself. So go out and do something for yourself. But I will say, again, like I said earlier, being bisexual is a little bit trickier. And right now, trying to find out where I belong, I'm kind of stuck between a few different worlds. See, I'm black. I'm bisexual. So that already, people are looking at me like I'm some kind of failed science experiment. It's crazy. You know, I gotta worry about the black community. I gotta worry about the LGBTQ plus all that community. And then I just gotta kind of live my life. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the black community, I've been reading a lot of things about that community and homophobia, and it's really big. There's a big phobia of being black and gay or bisexual. They look at it as some sort of weakness when a motherfucker is just trying to live their lives. In the black community, there's a thing called DL, on the down low. Hey, you're just not telling anybody but you going out and living your life. You're on the DL, you're on the down low. People don't know, but you're doing your nasty things on the side. And then another thing you got to not really worry about, but that comes up prominently in the black community is religion. Religion has and always will play a big part in the black community. And that is not a part of the black community. They really frown upon and take time to make fun of people in the LGBT community. It's crazy. It's crazy. And, the big phobia with that is gay means weak. You're not strong. You don't have that strength. And then it just kind of trickles down. Why would one want to be on the DL? So you can at least go to a family reunion and not get fucking yelled at and made fun of and be ready to beat up Uncle Johnny. Or, you don't want to go to church and be judged by church people. Think about that for a second. Think about that. You're going to church, a place that is supposed to be loving and caring, and even there, they will viciously judge you. And then, let's say I get out of the black community. Now I move over to the LGBT community. Well, if I'm a male, that means I'm gay. That's how they look at it. They don't even look at bisexuality as a top option. You can't have both. That's what they're saying. You can't have both. You gotta pick cake or ice cream. Baby, I want both. Give it all to me. But if you're in the LGBT community, you're a male, you're gay. If you're a female, you're lesbian. So now the gays don't want you because you're not gay enough. And the lesbians don't want you because you don't got that kitty cat. And here I am twiddling my thumbs in the corner because nobody wants to be my friend. Nah, man, I don't give a shit. I got plenty of friends. I'm just joking, but for real, these are things that I have to think about. Because when I go out and I tell someone that I'm bisexual, the first thing they say is, "Oh, so you're gay." I understand what the fuck the word gay means. If I would have said gay, I would have said gay. But I didn't. And that is what irritates me. It really does. I have strictly gay friends, and I can't show them pictures of females in swimsuits and thongs because guess what? That son of a bitch don't care. I'm like, dude, does this look good to you? Look at that curve. Look at that smooth skin. Damn. You know what he said? Ugh. Yuck. So that's how I know I'm not gay. I know it. But when I tell people, hey, I'm bi, I like men and women, they're like, oh, so you're gay. No, asshole. Listen to what I'm saying. You're not listening. You hear me, but you don't listen. That's how that is. Again, you hear me, but you don't listen. When I was trying to figure things to talk about for this episode, one thing that popped up was something called code switching. And everybody does it. Don't say you don't. Everybody has different groups of friends that they interact with and different ways that they interact with said group of friends. For me, I'm me. I usually don't switch anything up, to be honest. I really don't. I am just me. I do my thing. I'm the same with you versus you versus you versus you. I'm the same son of a bitch. And I'm not changing for anybody. But from time to time, I do notice a little switch. You know, I'm talking to certain friends. I might start using a little, different phrases that I wouldn't say. Or I might just, make some sassy sounds. Ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Throw in a couple of them. Oh, man. But yeah, I will talk differently around my gay friends than I do my straight friends, than I do my male friends, than I do my female friends. It all switches up. Slightly. Very slightly. But for the most part, Charles is Charles, baby. Charles is Charles. Yeah, if you don't want to talk to me again, cool. Guess what? I have plenty of friends and an amazing support group that I have created over the last year. And these people are here for me, and I appreciate them so very much. But yeah, I don't switch it up too much. I'm just Charlie's. That's it. I'm Charlie, baby. That's how it is. I will say, trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be, my family has been very supportive. Now, I still have to talk to my sister, but I have talked to my mother, and she has been nothing but amazing. And I really appreciate her support. I remember when I told her, I was scared. I didn't know how she would be. I've heard so many stories of parents hating their children, disowning them, and I was worried. I know my mother is not a mean person that wouldn't look at people like that. But I was worried. I had seen stories while doing this. I had seen so many stories where parents just abandoned their children. The children confided in the parents, and the parents wanted nothing to do with them after they came out to them. And I was so worried. But I talked to her, and she was amazing about it. She said, I don't care who you love as long as you are happy and y'all are good to each other. I don't care. And I got off the phone and I cried. But they were tears of joy. Because again, I did not know how this conversation was going to go. I was terrified. But with her being strong for me, it has helped me. I just appreciate that. The positive support that I have received from various people has been amazing. I'm happy that I have started this journey. It's crazy. It's crazy, 2 years ago, if you said I'd be doing something like this, I would have told you that you are a complete lunatic. But now I'm here, and I'm learning a lot. Like I said before, my friends have been very, very, very supportive. When I was starting my list of friends who I wanted to talk to, who I wanted to confide in, it became a strong list of 25. And these people helped me figure out some things. Just how I should continue to approach this, and that I have people that really care for me. And that I really don't have to worry about where I belong because I have the backing of amazing, loving people that are not out there to harm or sabotage what I am doing. And I don't think about this all the time. I'm not sitting around like, oh, am I supposed to be gay, bi, straight, lesbian? I don't know what to do. No, I don't try and figure that out. I just live my life. It's not like I just sit around mulling it over every day. No, I go out and enjoy what the good Lord has given me for that day. You know, life is already hard enough. And then I'm adding in extra crazy layers. Imagine you want to go through life calm, cool, collected. And then you start getting these feelings of liking men and women. But you don't want to get into that conversation with family members or friends because you don't know what the fuck is going on. But you do know what you like and what you don't like. And then you just go through life trying to figure it out so you don't go crazy and figure it out in a way that you don't lose all your friends so you're not standing there just twiddling your thumbs. I've said this before. I want to start looking into more communities and friends and allies to talk to and hang out with. But I know at some point I'm going to stumble upon some gays that are going to start questioning my sexuality. Oh, so you're not gay? You're bi? What does that mean? And I'm going to be like, it means I'm about to whoop your ass. Quit asking all these fucking questions and let's just enjoy the time. You know, you get into a new group and they start heckling you and hassling you. We just got to toughen up the new guy. Oh, don't worry. I'm tough enough, baby. Buddy boy. And I think about it. If I do go out and have problems, that would be crazy. Or just hanging out with the new group. Like, hey, guys, Charles is going to come hang out with us. This, that, and other, and that way. So where's his boyfriend? You're like, what? What do you mean? I like it all, baby. And they're like, that's not real. He's some kind of mythological beast. Get him. Maybe that's how I'll market this. The mythological beast. Motherfuckers don't believe it. But here I am. I don't know. You just got to have fun with this. That's what this is all about. Having fun and learning something new. I've never had problems anywhere. I've been to plenty of gay bars and no lesbian bars. Why would I go in there? But yeah, I've been to plenty of gay bars and they just, they're living life. They're having fun. That's why when I went to the festival last year, I had an amazing time. To the point that I had to figure out a way to go to another festival. And I went to one last weekend, and it was amazing. Went out for a couple of hours, just walked around. And that feeling that I got the first year, the calmness, the happiness, the sense of, wow, this is where I should be. It all was there. It was all there. And that's where I knew I should be. I knew I should be somewhere in the LGB community and go from there. Because it was never the people there that I was worried about. It was always outside forces coming into the events, yelling, being rude. The good thing was there was cops everywhere, but if someone wanted to pop off that quickly, the cops wouldn't have got there that quickly. It is a fun time. I would say that for anybody. And they had everybody there, young, old. There was a couple motherfuckers with walkers, just scooting around, having a good time listening to the music. Nobody was cussing anybody. Nobody was yelling at anybody. It was a harmonious time. Maybe the whole world just needs to go gay for a day. You know what I'm saying? Hit up the LGBT. Just put yourself in their shoes for a day. Some places you can't go. Some things you can't do just because of your sexual orientation. Now, throw in the color of your skin. Woo! Doubly fucked. Doubly. And that's why I had to do this episode, because it's that hard. Where do I go? Do I go to the left? Do I go to the right? Do I just keep straight? But I can't. Ain't nothing straight. Man, I'm so happy that I am having a good time recording. I often think about now, this is episode 5. Episode 1 was so stressful. I mulled over it and I put it off to the last day. And now it's out. And now the train is rolling. Choo choo, motherfuckers. The train's rolling. And I'm happy. So sit back and relax and enjoy this train ride with Conductor Charles. Listen, I am still going to be me at the end of the day. If I didn't start this podcast, if I started it later, if I had started it sooner, or if I had just never started it at all, I am still me. The same person that you know, just, I like a little bit more. That's it. That's all. Still an amazing person, still willing to help friends, still willing to just be there for people. That's what it's about. Help your friends, be there for your friends, just be an amazing friend. And that's what I've got. And I want to look for more, and I want to make it in the community that I am learning so much more about. So even though I know that I belong to myself first, at some point I am going to want a support group, which I have started. I have a strong base for my support group with the friends that I have now who have been nothing but amazing. But I want to branch that out. And I think that would be a good thing. And this is how it has to happen. I'm going to have to go out and find some people in this group. And for now, all I can do is just live life and keep moving forward without being a complete asshole like some people definitely can be. So, yeah. All right. This was a good episode. And I think I'm going to get out of here. I've rambled and ranted enough. Episode 5. I'm glad that I am doing this. That's all I can say. All right, I'm getting out of here. Y'all be safe. It is Friday. You enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Get wild. Get nasty. Not too wild, not too nasty. Be safe. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Be safe. Be nasty. All right. I'll see you next week. And thank you for joining me on the Bye Friend Podcast.